What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike and I'm back at it again with another video. This video should be a pretty quick video. We'll see how that goes. But overall, if you can't tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about how I would actually restart my investing journey today. So if I had to restart everything, if I had to do everything from scratch, or if I was just starting out investing, what would I actually do differently with the information that I know now versus the information I knew back in March, April of 2020? What I do differently, we're going to find out right here in today's video. But before we get into all that, I just want to let you guys know that if you don't know what I do here on YouTube, I pretty much make personal finance videos going over a different type of personal finance topics. So that means saving your money, investing your money, budgeting, credit cards, anything relating to those topics. So if you're interested in stuff like that, make sure you hit that like button to help the YouTube algorithm out, and it really helps out the channel. And hit that subscribe button to see more content like it if you're interested. And let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Let's go. If I had to restart my investing journey today, what would change? Number one, the first thing that would change for me is having a budget. Having a full-blown budget with investing included. Now, normally, or pretty much in the past, I've always been watching my money. I always like to make sure I know where my money's going. Bills, leisure, etc. I always want to know where my money's going. But when I first started investing, I didn't really have a plan as far as a budget of how much money I was going to invest into the stock market to pretty much make as much money as I could possibly make. If I had to go back in time, I would try to allocate at least 20% of my income. Yes, I said 20%. At least 20% of my income will go to investing alone. Everything else would be for bills, for leisure, or whatever else I want to use the money for. But ideally, at least 20% of my money would go towards my investing portfolio. If I was making $1,000 a month, 20% of that would be $200 every single month going into my investing portfolio. Now, you can do more than that, which is the best that you can do. The more you invest, the better off you'll be long term. So if you want to do 30, 40, 50, 60% of your income, if you can manage to invest that much money and still have money left over to cover all your expenses and whatnot, then go ahead, do that. It's definitely a great thing to do. And if you can do that early at a young age, then you'll be completely set up to retire early, and you'll be completely set up to have a great life. You can go ahead and invest 50 to 60% of your income at the age of 18. That'd be great. But regardless, some people can't do that right now. So overall, I would say try to have a goal or something like that set to invest at least 20% of your income. I understand with the economy, with inflation, everything going on right now, it's really hard to even save an extra penny, but that's just the reality of the world we're in right now, and it's really not much we can do about it anyway. So that's just the plan. That's the goal. That's what I would ideally prefer, at least 20% of my income going towards my investing portfolio. Now let's continue with that same example. Let's say I was making $1,000 a month. I was contributing about 20% of that $1,000 every single month to a stock portfolio of my choice or whatever, and I was pretty much investing $200 every single month. That was what I was doing. I can increase it in the future if I wanted to, but overall, that's what we were doing going off. What is the next step for me, or what would I have changed or done differently? Which brings me to step number 2 of what I would have done differently, and I would have focused more. And I don't mean focus in general, like focus on my work, focus on how much money I'm putting into investing, focus on life more. By focus, I mean, what am I actually gonna do with that $200 every single month that I allocated to put into the stock market? Essentially, what stocks am I gonna buy? To keep it plain and simple, what stocks am I going to buy and how am I going to go about it to get the best return possible for myself? When you're looking at $200 and you compare it to the stock market as a whole, $200 really isn't that much money. It's really nothing, essentially, when it comes to the stock market, because you can go and buy one share of, say, something like Microsoft, and that's literally just one share of Microsoft, which is over $200 right now. So for $200, you won't even get one full share of Microsoft. You would have to wait till you got paid again and whatnot to the next month, and then you can go ahead and get a full share of Microsoft. So in comparison of things, buying individual stocks probably isn't the best bet, especially when you're putting a little bit of money in. Now, if you have a lot of money to go ahead and invest up front, or if you're going to invest a lot of money over every single month, maybe $500, $600 every month, $1,000 a month, then sure, maybe looking at individual stocks as a proper investment might be best for you. But in the beginning, if you don't have a lot of money, if you're going to invest $200 or a little bit more than that, or even less than that, then I would definitely focus on something else. If you bought anything less than that, then you're buying a fractional share of Microsoft, which is an option. And most investment platforms nowadays do offer that option to you, where you can go and buy a small piece of a company instead of investing in a full share of a company at a given time. So with that $200, I could potentially go out and invest $1 into 200 different companies, essentially investing myself into 200 different stocks, which could be a great thing if I'm actually trying to diversify my portfolio. Except it's not a great thing because I'm only investing one single dollar into 200 different companies. Now potentially my diversification could be amazing because I'm investing into multiple companies in the oil sector, and then I got some other companies in the solar sector, and then I got some food companies, I got some growth stocks, I got some dividend stocks. So I'm invested all across the market in 200 different companies with $1 invested per company. Is that a smart thing to do? No. Did I do something like that when I first started investing? Yes. If you're just starting out investing and you're putting up $200 or a little bit of money every single month, then it's far better to invest in a broad market index fund. And what is that? What do I mean by that? What does all that mean? In the simplest terms possible, you're going to be invested into the entire stock market as a whole instead of buying individual stocks. You don't want to buy individual stocks with that little bit of money. Once you've built your broad market index fund position out to whatever extent you feel comfortable with, then going ahead and buying individual stocks to diversify your portfolio a little bit more and add a little bit more risk to possibly get some more reward for your portfolio and for yourself, that'd be great. But in the beginning, I would say focus on a broad market index fund and invest in the entire stock market as a whole. Now, how do you do that? I'm gonna show you two stocks right now to show you what you can actually invest into and what it actually means. Now, if you need to learn the basics of how to actually buy and sell stocks on the stock market, where do you actually go to do all that? What apps do you need to download? What accounts you need to set up? All that kind of stuff. Then definitely check out my video. I already made a video going over all that. But assuming you already have an account, you're gonna type in, at least on any of your pretty much investing accounts, you can type this in. But I'm using Robinhood right now, and then this is ticker symbol VOO. So we type that in right here. It is Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. This is a stock with 500 stocks inside it. So the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. This is 500 of the top stocks in the United States right now. So those 500 top stocks in the United States right now are all combined and put into one single stock that you could go ahead and invest into. And if you go look at the long-term growth on that, it's about 60% over the past 5 years. You can also go and invest in the entire stock market as a whole. You can go and type in ticker symbol VTI, I believe, yep, VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, sitting at $195.50 a share right now. You can invest into that as well, and that'll invest you into every single stock in the stock market instead of you buying individual stocks where you might make money, you might lose money, but you have a lot more risk doing that versus putting your money into this, and it's a lot less risk, but you'll receive decent gains. Nothing insane. You're not going to go up 100% in a day, and you'll also get more of a grasp on what the stock market is, how to make money in the stock market, and then from there you can go on and do whatever you want to do. But this is a great start, especially when you don't have a lot of money, and on top of that, especially when you don't even want to be bothered. If you just want to put some money away, have it be invested in the market, and watch it go up long term over time, then investing in either one of these would be great. Both if you really want to. Personally up to you, just like it's personally up to me. But simply investing a small amount of money across 20, 30, 40, 50 stocks is not the move. It's not the wave. You won't make significant gains by doing that. And even if you do turn out to have 100, 200, 500% gains in one particular stock, that might only make you a couple of $100 at most. All your money is spread out all over the place. If you put your money into one single index fund like that, you'll make a lot less gains, but it'll be more consistent and it'll grow over time, as it should do anyway. Now, like I said, take that risk if you want to going forward, but in the beginning, definitely start with a broad index fund if you're just starting out. Now, my third and final step of what I would actually change if I was to restart investing pretty much today, step 3 is to have a specific goal in mind. Know exactly what you want your portfolio to be or what you think you want it to be and go from there. So your portfolio might be a full-blown growth portfolio where you go and invest in stocks like Tesla, Palantir, Microsoft, Apple. It could be a growth portfolio where you're trying to make as much money as possible regardless of whatever's going on in the market. It could be something like that. It could be a dividend portfolio focused on trying to get as much passive income as possible, or it could be somewhere in the middle where it's a mixed portfolio of growth stocks and dividend stocks, which is much like what I'm trying to do with my particular Robinhood portfolio. So some people might have a short-term goal they're trying to reach. Maybe they're trying to buy a brand new car, put a down payment on their car. Maybe they're trying to buy a brand new house or put a down payment on a brand new house, or just buy a house in general. Maybe they're trying to move out, do whatever. The money inside your investment account could literally be for whatever you want it to be. It can change anytime you want it to change. It's a personal goal of your own, but I just say have a personal goal in mind or a specific goal in mind, just because it's going to keep you focused. It's going going to keep you on track. It's going to have you doing some research to figure out what might work best for you, what might make you more money so you can get to your goal faster versus just having it sit into a savings account, which, I mean, it probably won't, you'll get there. It just take a lot longer to get there most likely. So yeah, so to review, have a budget in mind, have a set amount of money that you plan on investing into the stock market. I would recommend trying to invest at least 20% of your income. If you can't do that, that's perfectly fine. I completely understand, but the more you do, the better off you're going to be in the long term. On top of that, make sure you focus on position size and not how many positions you actually have. You want to make sure you're getting significant gains in the stock market versus being invested into 200 stocks where you're not really receiving any significant gains simply because you're too diverse. And lastly, step number 3 or tip number 3, make sure you have a specific goal in mind to keep yourself on track and ride with that goal to the end. You can change your goal any given time. It does not matter. The goal is for you to get yourself to the point where you want to be at whatever time you want to be at that point. Either way, that's all I got for today's video, and that's the 3 different things that I would do differently if I had to restart my portfolio today. If you enjoyed the video, it would be greatly appreciated if you could drop a like for the YouTube algorithm. That is literally the only way these videos get pushed out to more people to help more people out. If you already know all this information and this is cool stuff, you're good, you're a pro investor, please send it to somebody. Send it to somebody that doesn't know or somebody that's just starting out, because I don't want them to make the same mistakes I did pretty much. I could have made a lot more money. I simply could have made a lot more money if I knew these things when I first jumped in. I didn't watch any YouTube videos before I first jumped into the stock market. I kind of just did it, so that's that. And then, you know, thank you for watching as always. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out your day to sit down and watch my videos. Nobody's forcing you to do this. This is all on your own. If you're just finding out about me, hey, it's me. Either way, yeah, so if you want to subscribe and see more content like this, then you can do just that. The link will be down below for that. You know, hit that big red subscribe button if you want to see it. And on top of that, check out the comment section down below. I would love to talk to all of you, have a discussion, all that kind of good stuff. And lastly, I do have a vlog channel or a personal lifestyle like channel. So if you're interested in content on that side of things instead of the personal finance content, that's fine. I completely understand. To each their own. All good to go. I have a link down below for my second channel as well. So all in all, thank you for watching. I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay positive. Stay hydrated. Dollar Mike. Peace.